too little talking for the sound test. So there might not be a lot of buffs, or there might not be a lot of nerfs. Who knows? All right, let's go. Why is it quiet? Come on. I'm turning off the chat. Get the chat out of here.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from
He's Chris Wilson.
Games. Thanks so much for joining us here today. And today is a day about Path of Exile. You're going to find out a lot of awesome stuff we've been working on. Before we get started, though, I wanted to mention that there are Twitch drops that you can win. Below the live stream, there are some instructions for signing up and linking your Twitch account with your Path of Exile account. And if you do that, you'll be eligible to receive the drops. So today's live stream is
larger
4 sections.
cam.
They say you should start your show with a bang, so we're going to start right off with Path of Exile 2. After that, we're going to show you Path of Exile Ultimatum. This is an expansion for regular Path of Exile that's coming out literally next week. After that, we're going to be joined by Ziggy D, who's going to host a Q&A where he asks me a whole bunch of questions from Twitch chat. So if you have any questions,
if he says Tarky and his crew again, I swear to God.
Then there's going to be a live episode of the Bay Class podcast where Tarky Cat and his crew of Path of Exile veterans are going to discuss all of the things
I would slam the temple so hard.
They'll be joined by Rory Rackham, who's the Grinding Games
this
developer
son of a
in charge
bitch.
of the development of the Ultimatum League.
I swear.
Right, let's get started.
Oh yeah, alerts.
You're probably wondering, why has it been so long since we last showed you any Path of Exile 2 footage?
The seed of corruption
What the fuck?
spreading dread and despair. We must give chase.
This isn't in-game, is it? Oh my god, it is. What? New skill, by the way. 2 new skills, by the way. Was that a javelin? I think that was the javelin.
These sands hide countless secrets.
Damn.
1,000 years of
Oh.
dormant malevolence.
Oh.
We must hunt down the seed and put an end to this madness. If Rayclast is to survive.
Oh. Life bars on bosses? Wait, what is this? Is this PoE 2? I'm so confused. It looks like PoE 2 stuff. He's literally holding a javelin. He's got a spear in his hand.
We're ensuring that each weapon type has unique and different mechanics.
Okay, that's cool.
Each weapon class feels different to play, and today we're going to start by demonstrating the new Spear weapon class. Spears are a weapon class favoring mobility with both melee and ranged attack options. To that end, each spear will grant you at least 1 mobility skill. In this case, the spear comes with both an engage and disengage skill. When you engage, it increases your melee damage for a short time, and that really encourages you to be mobile during combat.
Yo! Lost Ark! Lost Ark is here in PoE 2.
One of the skills we're
in
using
10 years
is
from now.
Whirling
Poggers.
Slash. When you use Whirling Slash, it creates a sandstorm that grows in size each time you use the skill. When you leave the sandstorm, it explodes, dealing damage to nearby monsters. A great way to do that is to use the disengage skill, which makes you fly backwards and throw projectiles.
I guess I could show the life bar though. Here.
Now that we've arrived at the Ancient Gates, we're going to show you another of the new weapon classes in Path of Exile 2, crossbows. Crossbows are special in that they grant attack skills implicitly. This particular crossbow grants Power Shot, which is a high damage single target attack. In order to modify what Power Shot does, you're going to need to equip Bolt skill gems, which change the type of bolts that are loaded into the crossbow. Here we've got 3 different bolt skills that the character can switch between depending on the situation.
Dude, I swear.
Incendiary bolts.
Permafrost bolts can be used to disrupt packs of enemies to prevent them from closing in on your position. You can then follow up with armor-piercing bolts to do plenty of damage.
It's kind of cool.
Because we just got the Storm Sphere skill as a quest reward, now would be a great time to switch back to spears and use some ranged abilities. Storm Spear fires a lightning projectile which splits on contact. The other skill we're using here is called Blazing Lance. Blazing Lance
It's like holy
creates a
bolt.
trail of fire from the ground, dealing damage over time. However, if you're willing to stand in place for long enough, you can throw a second spear that will fan the flames for much more damage.
I hope that it's genuinely
The
challenging.
rewards you deserve.
8 new gems. Yes! That's what I was hoping for. Wait, vendor recipes? Lab rework? Veiled Ones rework? Catalyst rework? Abyssal rework? That's rework? Betrayal too? Blind What the fuck? They're reworking everything. And Ziri? Bestiary? Legacy rework? There was Legacy in there, I saw it.
Requires ultimate risk.
Wow.
Face the ultimatum.
They're adding reliquary items again. That's gonna be interesting. Okay. 8 new skill gems. Poggers.
When some people think of the Val civilization, they think of blood sacrifices, or Queen at Zeri, or lost temples in the jungle. But I think of risking your items. Since release of Ascendancy, we have made some changes to
The
how
big
you
one.
receive your Labyrinth enchantments. Previously, when you completed the Labyrinth and went to enchant an
Yeah?
item, you couldn't see what random result you'd get.
Tell me.
Now, the result for each type of enchantment is shown to you in advance so you can make the right choice. In the Eternal Labyrinth, you're now offered 3 different helmet enchantments to pick between, in addition
Diablo
to
3.
the boots and gloves.
The Diablo 3
Which will
solution.
make it a lot easier to find enchantments relevant to the skills you're using and to apply them to appropriate items.
The Diablo 3 solution. They went
In
Diablo 3.
3.14, we're going to stop giving out unique jewels for each day's fastest Labyrinth runs, and we have added these jewels as very rare drops that you might find in the Labyrinth's final reward chests.
Oh. Sag.
Another highly requested Labyrinth-related improvement is that you can now consume an offering to the goddess and the map device to open portals directly to a random trial. This greatly accelerates the speed at which you can find your final
It's better
trials.
than nothing. It's good. All of this is
We've
good.
also added 2 new Labyrinth-specific unique items, including the Scales of Justice unique shield, which rewards building your character with a careful balance of life and mana. If used correctly, you'll be granted protection from shock and ignite, as well as additional fire damage. Kadira
Yo.
Parandus now has a much larger selection of unique item rewards. We have also rebalanced all sources of Parandus coins so that Parandus content is still the best place to get them from. Reroll rare items, in addition to their capability to upgrade items to rare. The 4 corrupted essences have had some of their less useful outcomes improved or replaced. Now, the only way to get the powerful upgrade-only top-tier essences is through remnants of corruption, which come from essence content. Blessings,
That's
the currency
too much,
used to
too
upgrade
buffed.
breach uniques, can now
It was
be used
already
to
good.
upgrade breach stones between tiers also.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Abyss jewels have been rebalanced and are on average more powerful than they were before. We have also buffed Abyss chests to make sure that they are the best place to get Abyss jewels. We
I
have
wonder if
also
they're as
introduced
strong
Abyss
as they used to
Scarabs
be
and have added
before
4
nerf.
new Abyss-specific unique jewels, such as Tekrod's Gaze, a murderous eye jewel that increases your main hand critical strike chance and your offhand critical strike multiplier. They eye on for a while, and we're taking this opportunity to rework them, so that high-level gameplay is less reliant on obtaining certain beastcrafts. Now, when you use a splitting beastcraft recipe on an item, both copies are marked as split, which prevents them from being split again. You cannot imprint split items.
Oh,
One of my favorite reward changes in this expansion is that Incursion's Temple of Atsuato can now be itemized. Once
They're
you have
mad.
access to the map device, Alva can turn your completed and ready-to-run temple into a tradable object that can be consumed in the map device. This means that players can specialize in either making temples to trade to other players or trading for temples that are ready for them to run. There have also been a lot of changes to the temple.
Yeah,
As you
tell
may
me about
know,
the changes to the
specific rooms
temple.
in the Temple of Atsuato can drop unique incursion items that can be later upgraded.
Oh,
Many of these base
finally.
unique items have been improved in this update.
Oh,
Previously,
finally.
the temple's boss, the Omnitect, dropped random rare items with special incursion mods on them. Now it also drops rare items with incursion mods based around the themes of the rooms your temple contains.
I've been
Higher
talking
tier
about
rooms
this since
cause
the
more rare
release.
items.
Oh my god, it took like 4
Specific
years to
rooms now add
finally do what
specific
I've been
monster
talking
packs to
about.
the temple, which results in more monster density, challenge, and reward. The additional challenge.
Good? Really good?
Anointments to blighted maps have been rebalanced and reworked so that each has its own purpose and with a consistent increase in reward as the oils get rarer. This is basically entirely buffs, because one big nerf we needed to do was already done last league. You can now corrupt blighted maps. These can very rarely drop the new tainted oil, which allows you to apply anointments to corrupted items. We have also introduced blighted scarabs. We have added 2 new types of catalysts themed around speed and critical strikes respectively. These new catalysts are rarer than previous ones.
Rarer than fertile?
As discussed in the recent development manifesto, the current 3.13 version of Harvest is too rewarding, so we're rebalancing its crafting and also increasing how often you'll encounter portals to the Sacred Grove. The current version spams you with way too many crafts, so each seed has a chance to grant a craft now, reducing the overall number of crafts you can perform per garden, though you will encounter the grove 60% more than you did before. Some of the most powerful crafting options have been removed or changed. A life regeneration and life leech only apply to the bottom half of your life pool. Additionally, a portion of incoming hit damage that affects the lower half of your life pool is spread out over time rather than being applied instantly.
That's completely insane.
Corrupting Fever consumes a chunk of your life and grants you a buff that causes all your hits to apply Corrupted Blood to your enemies. Corrupted Blood stacks up with each hit, causing more and more physical damage over time.
Okay, that's cool.
When you have consumed a certain amount of life to cast skills from your life pool, the buff's duration refreshes. Essentially, as long as you're consuming life to use skills, you'll be causing damage over time to stack on enemies. Be careful, though.
Tried it already.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris, for the Q&A, and thank you, chat, for all the questions.
Great questions, everyone. Hope you really enjoy Ultimatum.
Awesome stuff. All right. We'll see you guys all for Bayclast soon with Rory.
That's me.
But that's it for now.
All right, I gotta go, chat. I'm doing the Bay class. I'm gonna be right back. I'll see you guys soon. I'll host you guys over there. And I'll come back later. It's gonna be poggers. Tarky got in the crew. Let's go. I'll be back after the Bay class, by the way, so we can discuss things and play Diablo and Lost Ark. Poggers. See you guys soon.